Okay, so for science, day 2 of week 2, I am going to show you the reading that you're going to do for Tuesday. So make sure you're on class pages, science, and week 2. When you're on week 2, click your week 2 assignments. Yesterday on Monday, you did your forces, motion, and matter assignment. Today, you're just doing Pluto wasn't, and it's a reading. So we're just going to read it and then answer the questions in the story. So remember, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do these two, and you don't need to do these. Just do this today. Pluto wasn't reading. So we're going to open that up. I will read the story to you as always, and then I will go over your questions for you. Okay, so this is called Pluto, the planet that wasn't. Poor Pluto. It's bad enough to be the runt of the group, but to be told after 75 years that you're not even a member of the club? What an insult. Pluto was first discovered in 1930. Until 2006, students were taught that it was the ninth and smallest planet in the solar system, smaller than Earth's moon. It is not even as wide as the United States. Pluto is made up almost entirely of rock and ice. It is so far away from the Earth that NASA New Horizons spacecraft took almost 10 years to get very close to it. Pluto's full orbit around the sun lasts almost 250 Earth years. Before we scroll down, I have a question for you. Why do you think they're saying poor Pluto? Why do you think they're saying that? Drop a comment below. Also, what does it mean to be the runt of the group? Can you make a connection to dogs? Dogs being the runt of the group? Drop a comment below for a special prize if you answer that. But as small as it is, as cold as it is, as far from the sun as it is, for all those years it was considered the ninth planet of the solar system until Iris came around. Iris was discovered in 2005. It is about the same size as Pluto, and like Pluto, it is part of the Kuiper Belt, a ring of objects that circle the outer edge of the solar system. After Iris was discovered, scientists had to make a decision. Either Iris was the 10th planet in the solar system, or it was not a planet at all. And if Iris wasn't a planet, could Pluto be considered one? Scientists made new rules for what is counted as a planet, and decided that neither Pluto nor Iris were qualified, meaning they didn't think that Pluto should be considered a planet anymore. A new category was created, dwarf planet. The official list of planets in the solar system went from 9 to 8, and Pluto and Iris became members of the Dwarf Planet Club. So long to for planet Pluto, but at least it no longer has to be the littlest guy in the club. In fact, Pluto is one of the bigger dwarf planets. Maybe Pluto doesn't have it bad after all. So Pluto is actually not considered our planet anymore, one of the planets in the solar system. He's now part of a new group of planets called the dwarf planets. So that is what this is all about. You're going to answer a question. Pluto used to be considered a planet. Today, what is it considered? It used to be a planet, but what is it considered now? Is it considered a dwarf planet, a star, a comet, or asteroid? And we just mentioned that, so you should be able to answer that with no problem. How does the story describe Pluto? So what is Pluto like? Is it made up of ice and is it bigger than Venus? Is it entirely made of rock and ice and it is bigger than Earth's moon? Is it made up of gas and is it bigger than Earth's moon? Or is Pluto made up entirely of rock and ice and it's smaller than Earth's moon? That was in the first paragraph, so you should be able to find that with no problem. Then you have to read these sentences, which were from the story already. And then after you read those sentences, you need to tell me, based on this information up here, what the discovery of Iris make scientists do? What did scientists do after they discovered Iris, the new planet? And tell me right there. Circle your answer. After Iris was discovered, scientists had to decide whether to count it as a planet. Why did this make them question whether Pluto would be still considered a planet? So after they had some incidences with Iris, now why do they think that Pluto shouldn't be a planet anymore? What is this main idea of this text? So what is this whole story mainly about? Circle your answer. You're going to reread all of this quick paragraph, and then you're going to tell me, what does the author mean when he says maybe Pluto doesn't have it bad after all? So after he says that, maybe Pluto doesn't have it bad after all, what does the author mean? Select your answer. Then what you have to do is choose the answer that best completes this right here. So you have to pick one of these answers to link the word together. As always, 8, 9, and 10 are open-ended questions, which means you need to write the right answer. According to the text, what were students taught about Pluto until 2006? You were going to say, students were taught about Pluto in 2006 that blah, 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 and tell me your answer. What decisions did scientists have to make after Iris was discovered? After Iris was discovered, scientists decided blah, 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 and tell me what they decided. Last but not least, explain what made scientists decide that, Explain what made scientists decide to no longer count Pluto as a planet. Support your answer with evidence. Keyword evidence. You need to have evidence from the story. So, scientists decided that Pluto no longer counted as a planet because blah, 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 blah. Period. I know this answer because in paragraph blah, 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 it says blah, 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 blah. So please support your answers with your evidence. All you have to do, I sent this to your parents, so your parents can print this out and you can write in pencil, or you can, I think you're able to write on this document for the PDF file, so you could write on it if you need to, but please send it back to me when you are done. Or the best way to do it is submit it on PowerSchool, boys and girls. Please submit it on PowerSchool so it gets counted. All right. And one last thing I wanted to tell you guys, and I called a lot of parents for this. Please make sure you are doing exactly what you need to be doing. I want you guys to see something. This is called Go Guardian. I'm able to spy on you and see what you guys are working on. A lot of you have been working on, it's past 3 o'clock, so a lot of you guys are not on the computer anymore. But a lot of you were on Minecraft and playing games that you shouldn't be playing on. So like right now, I could see Johan, he's working on social studies. I could see that JC's on and she's saving all her documents. I could see Marco's doing music right now, the website he's supposed to be on. I see Joy is working on social studies. So as you can see, I can spy on you. I could see everything you're doing. What was one of the things I said in class on Friday and Monday, the last 2 days before school ended? I said your laptops are used for education. They are not to be used for fun. So no, you are not allowed to go on Minecraft unless it's a technology assignment on PowerSchool, which for some reason I have a feeling it's not. So please get off of Minecraft. I know I scared some of you because I called your parents and I told you right away that I see what you're doing. So please do not go on that, okay? Let's have fun, do our work, and then when you're done with your work, then you have fun at home. But please make sure you are submitting your work instead of playing Minecraft or going on YouTube. The only time you go on YouTube is to watch my videos, okay guys? Bye.